to Call Me Old Fashioned. Time to grab your glass, fill it up to the brim, because now it is time for 4 hours for commercial-free bourbon drinking.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned, where we talk everything bourbon, whiskey, and of course, old fashions. Today we're going to do a little bit of old fashions. We're going to talk a little bit about Kentucky Bourbon Festival. So a little improv to live stream, if you will. Just want to say what's up to you guys, talk a little festival action, and then let's just, honestly, we need an excuse to have a little drinky drink. So welcome stream. Happy Wednesday. A little hump day action for you boys. Hopefully your Wednesday's going good, work week's going good, and maybe if you're feeling adventurous, have a drink with me. So let me pull. I don't have anything pulled up, to be honest. We're all over the place right now. There we go. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Before we get diving into like Bourbon Festival talk, I need to make an old fashioned, right? Need to dive into the old fashioned realm and kind of see what we're working with. So I might go simple, right? Just keep doing what I've been doing. Isaiah in the chat, welcome to the stream. Now I'm dropping stuff. Need to break out the cherries. All right, let's see. Let's just go simple. Simple seems easy right now. So Liz says cheers. Welcome to the stream. All right. The question is going to be, though, which old fashioned do we go with? Do we go with Still Austin or we go with New Riff? Still Austin's obviously the bottle and bond red corn, 5-year age, obviously a little Texas whiskey, and then you have New Riff, 8-year, 100 proof, bottle and bond. Now this one, 65% corn, 30% rye, 5% malted barley. Now that I'm speaking it out loud, the New Riff just sounds like it's going to be better right now. Teresa says, hey, welcome to the stream. The New Riff, or the Still Austin, I don't know the mash ball off the top of my head. It's made with red corn, though. I know that. So let's go Still Austin. New Riff can hang out, though. We may revisit. All my stuff seems super delayed right now. Floor says, what's up? Cheers. Good day for some bourbon. Yeah, I know. You've been in the Discord talking about this bourbon drop all day. Got your little wild turkey. Good on you. I mean, there's no way I was making it to Gainesville for a bourbon drop on a Wednesday. It's just, you guys were already in line. That one kid was in line since 9 a.m. That's crazy. Let's see. As much as I'd love to do that and have some fun, I just don't, not on a Wednesday, you know? Unless it was like right by the house. If it was right by the house, I'm down to dive in, but Gainesville? That means I would have to leave the house at 6 a.m. I did that once. A little too tired. Isaiah said exactly. Anyways, so wanted to have a quick little powwow with you boys and figure out who's going to the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. All right, when I get done making this, I'll pull up all the details. We'll talk about it. We'll go over pricing of the tickets and stuff like that, and you guys can give me your educated decision on what you guys are doing. Unless you already know, then feel free to let me know. Oh, I forgot the whatever. It's one of those days. Of course, I don't have the proper ice. You can give me shit if you want to, but if you come here looking for proper ice, you know what I mean? Wrong channel. You'd think it wouldn't be the. You think it'd be the right channel. Eventually, I'll have proper ice. Eventually. At Costco does have like this fancy ice maker that makes like 4 ice cubes, like clear ice stuff too. But it's like $400. I don't know if I want to spend like $100 for the first ice cubes, you know, because that's what it looks like. That's bomb. How have I never made an old fashioned with this? That's delicious. I'm not going to make a poll, but other quick chat. Who's had New Riff 8-year? That's what I need to know. I have the 8-year rye. That one's good too, but bro, that's, maybe it's been a while. I don't know. It's been since Friday since we made an old fashioned, but that's money. Isaiah said, LOL, if it wasn't Wednesday, I'd be there at 8. I'd be there at 7:30 then, I guess. I don't know. Northwest said, I had to work till 3 or I would have been there first. No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. The only reason is because you didn't show up when you told me last time. The only reason I went that early is because of you. No, Florida says the wife lets me out of the house once. The wife lets me out of the house once. Our 2-year-old falls asleep around lunchtime. Well, that sounds like a fun time. Isaiah says you got to get the ice maker. I sent you. I need to get an ice maker in general for the room, but it's just one of those things where you never think about until you like really fully need it. You don't. Well, like second I get off stream, I don't even need it because I got ice in the kitchen. I just never remember to make the proper ice, which I have all those things too, but it takes work that I don't think about. So, again, if you haven't already, drop a little like on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. Again, I have to reiterate, we're going to do sample giveaways at 2,500 as a little mini milestone. You guys can pick the samples. I don't really care. You just let me know what you want. We'll do 2. We'll do 1 for the members. We'll do 1 for just everybody else. And we'll do 2 samples each. So, Northwest said, need them big ice cubes. I mean, the bigger ice cubes are better for cocktails. It's just, that's a fact. And the only reason I say that is because the ice melts slower, less kind of like water in your drink. I'm not knocking that by any means. I know that's a better experience for a cocktail. But I'll take that the little bit extra water in my cocktail over like the hour of me thinking about those ice cubes. Jeff Mann says, yo, I just poured some of my Starlight. Did you get the Starlight that they got from that bourbon drop? Are you in the Discord? I don't know names. I'm horrible. Excuse me. Anyways, so says, ooh, that red corn from Still Austin is nice. I do like it. I don't get to it as much. It's one of those bottles that is like, it's good, but it always kind of hits kind of the back burner. So, question. We're going to talk about Kentucky Bourbon Festival. I got to pull this up real quick. And then we're going to...
Welcome back to Call Me
Old Fashioned. I hit the wrong one. There we go. All right, let me pull this up. You guys can see that? You can see it good enough. All right, let's talk about Kentucky Bourbon Festival. All right, ticket sales go on, or they start April 17th. I know a couple of you guys have asked me when and how much and things like that. Obviously, I'm not affiliated with them, so you guys can kind of Google like I can too, by the way. Just not like shots, but I'm just saying, like, you guys see the same stuff I'm seeing. I'm not a genius. I have a computer, though. The dates for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival is going to be September 5th through the 7th, obviously, this year, 2025, in Bardstown, Kentucky. That's right before the wife's birthday, so I might be making a little mini vacation. Who knows? But tickets go on sale next month. We're about 30 to 35 days out. I'm not mathing that. Our 2025 distillery partners. Geez, they got 200 brands and expressions, 61 participating distilleries, 55 experts and master distillers, and 31 premium event panels. Whatever that is. Jeff said, yes, sir. Just joined the day. Jester in the Discord. So we took a couple shots, kind of how the wife likes. Got it. Cool. Welcome to the Discord. Welcome to the channel. I can't see the page. Anyways, so the question is going to be is who's all going? What's the game plan? Right? Because obviously I know a couple of people want to kind of meet up and do some stuff. But let's go over ticket prices. Actually, let's go over this. Hours. Main gate opens at 12 p.m. for 3-day bourbon tasters, Sunday samplers, media plus guests. How am I not a media, though? You know what I mean? Did I get snubbed? Did they forget? They maybe mailed it to my old address. It's okay. I'll pay for my own ticket. But gate opens up 12. I guess sponsored by another watch. Boar says, I've never been. And North Florida also says she approves, really likes the store pick. That's what's up. I should have got one. Oh, I clicked on something. Don't know where that was going. All right, let's go over the ticket packages just so you guys can take a gander. 2025 ticket packages. All tickets include sampling from participating distillery booths, 2025 tasting glass, and ability to purchase bottles and unlimited re-entry to the festival grounds. Obviously, let's start with a smaller one. 1 day Sunday sampler. That means if you just want to go on Sunday, it's $105 per ticket. Let's see. I'm not going to read all that. I'll read the other one because this is the one I feel like most people are going to go with. The weekend bourbon taster. General admission, $190 per ticket. 3-day access to the festival, Friday through Sunday. Little Kentucky Bourbon Festival. Glencairn Tasting Glass. Sampling from 60 distilleries. That's already included. I don't know what's the point of having that there. Opportunities to meet distillers. Okay. I wonder if it's like, is that just because you're getting access? And then it says, buy unique bottles direct from distilleries. I feel like all of that's pretty, like, yeah, as soon as you get in, you get to just do that. Let's see. Entry to the Bourbon Capital Bites area. 40 plus vendors in the bourbon marketplace. Admission to Oscar Getz Museum. I don't know what that is. Bourbon 30 viewing. 30 show viewing. I don't know what that is either. Unlimited re-entry to the festival. Ability to purchase premium events. I know there's like events, like Heaven Hill has something going on. I guess you can just have access to buy tickets to whatever part of the show. North Florida says September 7th. I'll have to check the calendar. Would be a great adventure. $190, not bad for 3 days. No, but you got to think about it. Well, you'll see why, because the tickets do sell out pretty fast. They have some VIP stuff with early access, things like that. But I imagine it's like waiting outside a giant bourbon drop with everybody just crammed in, wanting to get in, because it's going to be like a mad dash to get in line and try and buy bottles. Because a lot of people do go there to buy bottles, from what I've seen. Not that I've ever been. But it does say access to bourbon lockers. On sale soon. Taxes and additional fees not included in the price listed above. Festival features or gift items are subject to change. Okay, whatevs. Jesus, a VIP Oris Presidential Club, $6,500 per ticket. That's absolutely insane. But it does say access to the IV hydration station. Like, that would be clutch, right? But I'll bring a bottle of water or two for the price of like $6,500. You also got the VIP Decanter Club, $13.95. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, because I just don't see like anybody I know purchasing these tickets. Oak and Agave says, hello all. What up, Florida? What up, Florida? Quay Hill, 27 tonight, or 127 proof. All right, I get it. Flex on us, flex on us. VIP Flask Force. Okay, see, like these bro, who the fuck's paying $700, $800? You know what I mean? But it does have access to the hydration station, which would be clutch. I just feel like that's a good perk. Because when you're out there drinking, you're out there for 3 days. By that third day, you're going to be running a little rough, you know? Early access. Not that I'm being picky, but like, I wish it was clickable and I could see each little perk. Really kind of sell me on it, you know? But you go with 2 people, you're talking $1,200 to $1,500 for 2 tickets. That's not including like getting a bottle of bourbon or anything. You know what I mean? So maybe I'm not that bougie as I thought I was, because I'd much rather just buy the ticket, kind of come and go as I please. Just I'll bring a bottle of water or something. I'm sure they have bottles of water there for sale, but unless they're hooking you up to an IV, that would be sick, right? Get a little hydration just tapped in while you're still sipping the bourbon, keeping it flowing. You know what I mean? That would be crazy. I don't think that's a thing. I think that would be on YouTube somewhere. Sucks. The Fireball Dragon is the the single barrel one, the one that I sent you the picture of. Private luxury restroom trailer in this fancy thing too. Oh shit, they should have started with that little tornado rollerball pen. Sucker for a good pen, you know. Complimentary bourbon locker items. Okay. North Florida says, I was busted bringing a bottle into the Rays game once. Imagine getting into trouble for sneaking a bottle of water in. Oh, well. I mean, I'm sure they let you have water when you walk in, right? They can't tell you no water. It's going to be outside. Oh, here's the festival hours. Festival hours Friday, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. They're all 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. except for Sundays, 12 to 4. I feel like that's not that long. Right? Like, that's a long time, but it's not that long. You know, 6 hours, 12 hours, Friday and Saturday. You know what I mean? Not that, like, you may be done in 6 hours, but like, all right, I'm good. All right, how long can you really drink or walk around? But hey, look. See, you guys were getting busted up about the thing. They got a little free water station right here. Can you see that? I can't go in any farther. Media and hospitality. I need to go I need a media pass. What are we doing? They do have a little cigars and merch thing. Evergreen Liquors bottle shop. Glass pickup. Main stage. Barrel making. Joseph and Joseph VIP penthouse. Whiskey House of Kentucky VIP patio. See, like, I want to go on the VIP patio, but we ain't got the VIP budget. Boris says, if you respect the dabble, you fork over $700 for the fancy tickets. Damn, bro. Don't. I gotta pull that up. I gotta pull that over. Bro, way to try and make me break out the credit card. The issue is I know whoever I bring, I have to bring 2 people. I have to bring somebody. So it's not breaking out $700. It'd be breaking out $1,400. At least. That sounds dangerous, you know? Tux, didn't you say you weren't going to go because you were scared or something? He's like, got to get the media pass. I'm not asking for much. I'm just saying, I don't see anybody else talking about Kentucky Bourbon Festival. I'm just saying, if they overlook me, I will guarantee you this. How about this? They won't give me a pass this year, but I will guarantee you they will call me next year and ask me to come with the highest ticket they have and be like, hey, Daddy, please run it back. Because I watched their video. I can't play the sound. I'll get demonetized. Let me pull up the video. Let me show you this little shaky little trailer. Not that it's not like bad. I like it. But like, let's be honest. Hold on. I gotta take down Boris's comment. Or it's gonna block me. But like, just here, right? Let me pull this up over here. It's shaky, but like I like that. I like that clip. Not too bad, but I just feel that I would blow this out of the water. You know what I mean? You can't do a highlight trailer with a time lapse in it. Just saying. That doesn't work. That's a cool shot though, but that's all drone. Not that. That's action cam. 60 frames per second. Got it. Yep. Forgot they had live music. I'm just saying. Like, it's cool, but, bro, I'd be just cooking them. So, like, if I go, or when I go, I'm going to make the nastiest trailer. But I'm going to put my logo over top of them and say, if they want to use it, I need VIP. I need 3 tickets. 3? Why? Because I want to go twice. I'm being picky. Being picky. You know why? I'm gonna bring one for me for next year, one of my guests, and then I want one just to say I had one for this year that I had to pay for, like a reimbursement for no money. You know? Let me see. Have any questions? Contact us. Where's my media pass? Just kidding. I'm not gonna send that. Northward says, I'm out, a toddler and a 4-month-old. The wife pulled veto, maybe just for one day. Bro, you're supposed to bring them. How are they supposed to learn about bourbon if you don't take them on an adventure to Kentucky? Boris says, when you're that good, you can be picky. I'm just saying. Nobody that's watching it the way I'm watching it and be like, oh, needs to be better. Like, it's cool. It gets the message across. But just let me cook it up real quick. You know what I mean? Like, I'm bring the people. I do like the action cam. That was the best part. Is the action cam hooked up to the Glen? That was clean. That was a good touch. But I could do that. But I know he had a media pass to make this, by the way. Or she. I don't know who it is. I don't know who made it. I'm not shitting on him either. I'm just saying. Let me cook. Anyways. So. Now that that's back away. Who's going? Who's coming with me, man? No? Nobody knows where that's from? All right. That's cool. That's cool. Let me pull this back up so I can see. I got hit with my own. Okay, So the poll right now is 27% says no way, they're not going. 73% says undecided. Nobody said yes. I felt like maybe more of you guys would be saying yes to that, like going to the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. But it's not as easy to agree to. And that's more or less what I want. That's what I was looking to see what everybody else is doing as far as that goes, because it is like a little mission, right? You'd have to drive up like a Thursday, right? Get comfortable, get a hotel Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come back Monday. You'd have to take Friday and Monday off work, maybe even Thursday. You know. North says, how high? Sorry, half bake. I don't know what we're talking about. But yeah, you'd have to get a hotel for that many days. Driving up, at least from Florida, it's what, 13 hours, 10 hours, somewhere in between that. I don't know exactly off the top of my head. Depends on when you drive too. But it's a drive for sure. You got to think about gas. Then you want to enjoy yourself, so you got to have a little bit of bourbon money too, right? You can't be going there just to taste it. I mean, I guess you could. What's the fun in that? But I imagine it would be a good time. I know that I will more than likely be going unless something crazy happens. Oh, Boris says the reference. Oh, who's coming with me? My bad. My stuff feels like super delayed. I feel like it's more delayed than normal. Yeah. Who's coming with me, man? Who's coming? Man, that was super delayed. Because I said that a while ago, it felt like. Me. Got my water. But no. But I do think it would be a good time. Little water. Bottle water. I think I'm going to pour up the Still Austin. Not as an old fashioned. Jeff says, I think you're like 1 to 2 minutes behind us. That's what it feels like. But I'm not. I didn't do anything different. Normally it's 15 seconds. So I don't know if something changed from my end. North Florida says, someone has had some good whiskey. I mean, I do, but I haven't really drank much. I mean, I feel like I haven't really drank any. I've had one old fashioned. And I may be a little bit of a lightweight, but you know. Isaiah says, it's the ads. North Florida says, new YouTuber version came out a couple days ago. Shit has changed. Oh, new YouTube version has came out a couple days ago. Shit's changed. Isaiah says, I put the stream in 1.5 speed so it always catches up. That's why I'm ahead of everyone. Has there been a bunch of ads? We may need to fix that. I can't have everybody falling behind. Got to keep up. Anyways. Summer 2024. You know what I did find funny? From like my standpoint, I've been getting a lot of like cool bottles, but I'm getting all 2024 bottles in 2025. So by the time I even get to like reviewing them and drinking them, like the new ones are coming out. I should probably post this in the Discord, but if you guys don't know, it might be too late. I'm not sure. Sealbach, my bad, is doing like a raffle to purchase thing on the 13th Colony Distillery, the 113 straight bourbon whiskey finished with Maplewood spirals. Purchased a raffle to purchase. You have to kind of put all your information in and say, hey, if I get picked, I automatically swipe the card and stuff like that. But I feel like that's one I really want, so I'm already entered in. But I had to like enter in to the email to then be able to enter into that. So I don't know how early people should have done that. But if you guys were super interested into that bottle, you can go over to Sealbox, check it out, and see if you can even enter in. The drawing ends tomorrow, or the entries are ending tomorrow. Let me see. Launch closes Thursday, March 13th at 12 p.m. Central Time. So yeah, about 1 p.m. Eastern Time, it will close, and then the winners are going to be like instantly picked, I think, or at least within a couple hours from there. We'll find out tomorrow who wins. But if you wanted that. North Florida said I had one ad interruption, no worries. One's not bad for 30 minutes. But I didn't know if you were getting like completely blasted with them or something. Because that would be crazy. But if you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, drop a like on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. What in the fuck is in my Glen? Not sure about that one, folks, but I need to pour this into a new Glen because that had me worried. It's like it was like dust or something. I don't know. Contaminated. Has anybody had the Still Austin Red Corn? Has anybody dabbled in the corn of red for Still Austin? I love the art on this bottle. A little cactus with like a red snake on it. Big fan. I love all of Still Austin's artwork stuff though. I need that cigar blend though. I can't find it anywhere for under like $600, and I'm not spending $600. You know, that one and whatever the tiger one was, just because I like the artwork. I don't even care what's in the bottle. I mean, I care what's in the bottle. I need it to be the actual juice, but I don't really care what kind of whiskey it was. I don't even know what kind of whiskey it was. I just know I need it. Let me do this real quick. Let me check. North Florida says I need to try that red corn. Hey, I'm just a phone call away. I mean, bro, I owe you samples. For show. Better than red corn though. The red corn's money though. The red corn though, like it's unique, right? It's got its own little kind of flair to it, but it's not as good as the cask strength bourbon. The cask strength bourbon was 116. Yeah, 116 proof for Still Austin. This one's by far my favorite one. Like the bottled and bond red corn, that one's good. It's got its own little unique taste, and it's a good switch up too. Excuse me, my cough is still here. If I die, that might be it. But yeah, I like the Still Austin red corn because it's like a little unique, a little different. Still got 100 proof going to it. But the cask strength bourbon is just lights out. Jeff says, Still Austin non-chilled filter could be why there was something in your Glen. No. It was just a Glen for sure. Like it's kind of stuck on there, which either meant like there was dust or like something happened, and I just didn't look at it before I poured it, to be honest, because all my Glens are clean. No, the bottle's clean. If there's something floating in here, I wouldn't even drink it. Unless it was a cork. But they have synthetic cork, so I know none of the cork bits are falling into it. The bottle's a little dusty, though. Which means it's time to re-clean the bottles off. Creamsicle and black tea scents, it says. I don't think I got that. I get more like kind of like melted caramel with like a crumbled up peanuts and cashews. Boris says, what's your favorite proof range for sipping neat? Ooh, love that question. So it's kind of changed over the years, right? Before I used to love just like 100 to 110. Like that was a sweet spot for me for a while. But kind of as my palate's grown, I'd say anywhere from really like 110 to 100 and like 15, 117 range. So like that's that sweet spot. Like where I like if I could really just pick a bottle and go, that's what I want. Because that's like where I find a lot of like lower proof cask strengths, if that makes sense. Like cask strength, you know, New Rift is in there. The Still Austin cask strength in that window. Redwood Empires are in that. But like a lot of those proof points are distilled in that range for cask strength, which I like a lot. Not that I don't like some of the like the 133 proofs and stuff that I have, but those are like a special time of like, all right, now I can enjoy that. I couldn't just kick back and sip on 135 proof all day. But 100 proof is also pretty good. So I guess like if it's too wide, 100 to 105 up to 115, like that's the best kind of range. I'll sip on 90, but I'm not really. I'm just like to warm up my palate. I'll sip on whatever, but favorite, let's lock it in somewhere around 110. Like it feels like in the middle. That would be a good sweet spot, like in that window. What is that one? Yeah, the Russell's is 117. The 13th Colony is like 130 something. I love all whiskey. It's so hard to give a direct answer. I love all this shit. North Florida says the cask strength was the first Still Austin I bought. I love it. Yeah, I mean, it may have been the first one I got too. I have a mini bottle. Here, let me pull this over real quick. So like the minis are even 98.4 proof, which isn't really bad for like a standard, standard offering. I thought it was a lot less. But for their cask strength version being a 2-year age, 116 proof, I just feel like it fits the vibe perfectly, right? It has a lot more flavor, still easily approachable, still, in my opinion, fairly easy to drink and smooth, but it has its own little unique characteristics. And it's only a couple dollars more. The Still Austin cask strengths aren't that much more than the standard offerings, and that's why I purchased the cask strength first, because I was like, why wouldn't I just spend the extra $5 to $10, get the cask strength, see what they're working with, rather than the standard offerings. Even their bottled in bonds, they may have a little bit more flair to them, like red corn, blue corn, different things like that, but they're just as much, if not more, than the cask strengths. So Tuck said 110. Black. Isn't most of your Penelopes 110? Boris says, I would have to agree with you on that. North Florida says, I shared the Frey Ranch Uncut 126 proof. Drinks like 100 proof. Very big hit at the drop. I'm surprised you shared that. Good on you. Good on you. I wish I went. Tuck says, y'all got to try some 66 proof. No. Jeff said, I avoided it for a while because I saw it. Spirits Direct and Total Wine was pushing it, but it's so good. Wait. You're talking about Still Austin? I mean, I don't know if Total Wine's pushing it, but it's kind of everywhere right now. You can get it at Publix. You can get it at a bunch of different places. I don't like almost anything Total Wine pushes. But if they're pushing this, the hats off to them. I will say, if you do not have Still Austin yet, one of the greatest little gift sets that I saw during Christmas that I know Total Wine still has, at least here in Jacksonville, is a three bottles. All three of them are 375 milliliters. It comes with their cask strength. It comes with their normal musician, which is just their standard offering for bourbon, and the artist, the straight rye whiskey, just standard offering, not cask strength. And it's like for a price of a little less than one bottle, right? I think it's like $50. So I wanted to buy that, but I'm like, there's no reason for me to. Like, I have all these bottles, except for the standard offering of this one. I have the rye over here too. Like, the rye is good. It didn't play super high in a blind, but I think the proof did that, because this one's fucking shit. This one's 99.6 proof. You know what I mean? So, stream's turning into a Still Austin day, but I wish I had more. Because I can tell you easily, each one of these are good to drink. They're really well priced. I'm here for it all. Ted Kennedy says, have you tried Rock Hill Farms? Any good? If you've had, I have not, because I will not pay super high secondary, and that's all I've ever found it for. I hear it's good. It's just if you can find it for like a MSRP or a price you're willing to pay for it, I guess, then try it. Why not? What to say, Tux? That means you have to buy it twice as much juice. Tux says, theoretically, I should just be able to mix with Fireball. That does not sound like a good time. Yeah, Jeff says, yeah, Still Austin. I mean, I think Total Wine kind of catches on to like a lot of the trends a little bit earlier. Now they push heavily on all their bullshit bourbons. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. But things like Still Austin, like before they get popular, and when they get a ton of distribution to Total Wines, I think that's why they push it, because they're like one of the few that have a wide range of selections. Most places that I see will have just the normal musician and the cask strength, and the normal artist straight rye whiskey and the cask strength. Most of them don't have the red corn or the blue corn or all of the other bottled bonds. I can't remember what they are. And Still Austin's one of the few that got the Tanger, whatever it is, the cigar blend. So yeah, I mean, good on them. I'm here for it. Still Austin's still a smaller distillery, and also like Nancy, she's been in the chat before. She pops in every once in a while. She's very kind of at it in the community. I was giving her shit the first day. I didn't know she was in here about the tasting notes, but we reconciled. She forgave me. Just kidding. She never said that. But she's actually from St. Augustine, which is kind of cool, where I'm originally living, basically. So it was kind of cool. Jeff says, the Frey Ranch is so good. Might have to go pick up tomorrow, North Florida. Hey, save me a bottle. Tuck says, thanks, Bear. I was always good at that kind of North Florida says, man, I'm afraid it will sell out now that I told everyone about it. I mean, a lot of people knew about Frey Ranch. I think Frey Ranch is one of those brands where, like, you don't see them a lot of places, so it's hard to kind of tell if you really want to buy it or not. And the only one people seem to want to buy is the farm strength, so like cask strength for them. So, and it's like $90, like 89, $90. It's a tough purchase, but I hear it's really good. It's the only reason why I haven't bought it, because I'm like, I just never really wanted to spend an extra $100 bill just to have that one yet. Jeff says, that's exactly why I avoid it, but once I tried it, bought it instantly. Bam. North Florida said, or Jeff says, North Florida looks like they have 4 bottles left. Of the cask strength, if you're talking about Bourbon Barn, when I was up there, I only saw 1 bottle, and the other guy bought it when I was in there, and I was like, I was debating it. When he bought it, I go, cool, there's none left. I don't have to worry about it. RMZ says, hello, everyone. RMZ, welcome to the stream, baby. You're late. You'll get a tardy slip on your way out. Make sure you see everybody. Kidding. The what do you want to call it? The yeah, I need to get some of the Frey Ranch stuff though. But if anybody sees the cigar blend of Still Austin, call me. I need that. I need that. Kind of want just a box too. Like, what a display piece. But I'm gonna drink the shit out of it. That one, and I've never hunted Penelope before, but that Havana, everybody keeps talking about it, and I just feel like I'm gonna really like it, or at least like it as much as I like the Architect. And it's nowhere to be found here. Jeff says, yeah, the Bourbon Barn, they have 4 left. They updated their whole stock online, even their allocated stuff. Online. All right, I need to check that out. I do love when a store keeps their online stuff like super up to date. Because even like, I'm just using Total Wine as an example because they're one of the more well-known ones. Their online presence sucks, right? Anytime I find something online, I've drove up there twice for the Tanger. They both said they had it in stock. They sold it out right before I went there. Same thing with the Penelope Havana. Same thing with a bunch of things. Those are just the 2 most recent ones. Jeff said they had a whole case of Havana at the drop today. All right, Jeff. I see you. Rub it in. I had to work. Unfortunately, at the job I'm at now, I can't just take off like that. I have to put in notice. Ridiculous, you know? Everybody called out sick too, so it wasn't like I could just dip out. But if somebody would have told me they had that, I may have came down with something, you know, a fever or some food poisoning or something, you know. I don't know, like if I like how long did that last, right? Did that go to the back line, or do people take the Havana at the front? I wish I went now because I want to know these things. RMZ says I have to try Still Austin. It's one I've never tried. Which one should I pick up first? If you like bourbon, this is the one. Best value wise. It's only like a couple dollars more than the little artist one. Same thing, just normal. 116 proof, 55-ish dollars. Really good. I have this one's the Bottled and Bond Red Corn. It's good. It's unique. If you're just in love with like red corn, not a bad one. I have not had their cask strength rye, so I can't speak on that. But their regular straight rye whiskey is also fairly okay. Jeff says, haha, that stuff's too sweet for me. I'm not saying it's not going to be too sweet. But, like, everybody talks about it like it's this amazing bottle. And I have, like, this, I'm 50-50 right now with Penelope's that I even own. I love the Architect. Mine, though, I got to fucking bring it up because now I don't want to speak bad about all of them. I have build number 7. And it is like this vanilla ice cream bomb. Bro, it's straight up like soft serve, right? It's delicious. And then I have the Toasted. Now the Toasted to me has been like super campfire feeling. It's gotten better, and I really like it in an old fashioned. But it's kind of, I don't care for it as much. Like I won't pick up another one. Is basically what I'm saying. Then I got the Valencia. I don't really care for the Valencia. It's just not my jam, right? I'm not saying it won't be good for somebody else. It's just not for me. The weeded one, I like the weeded one. And it's okay. It's not the best weeded I've had, but it's decent, right? So if I got the Havana or one of the single barrels or the 15-year maybe it would give me a little something to be like, you know what? We're above 500. That's all we need to be, you know? No Floor says, I was lucky. This store right next to me, next to my office, granted, I'm in an office for only 6 hours a week because I mostly work from home. Jigs know his stuff. They never lack on awesome store picks. I take it that's the store, the bourbon drop you went to. That's pretty cool though. I went recently to the liquor stores right by me, like like the closest ones to me. Those suck. I live next to a Publix that came out and just straight up told me like, hey, we're never gonna get anything good. Like I see you come in here, we're not gonna get the good stuff. Like we will eventually, but nowhere in the near future. And then the other side of the street for me, right, the same distance, just opposite way. They're like a museum. I went there today and I saw an Eagle Rare 17, a Sazerac from the Antique Collection, both of them above $1,700 a piece. And I'm not spending $1,700 on no bottle. So that's where I was like, I have to like venture out to the liquor stores when I go to them to find anything like that I feel okay purchasing. Now, if I was going for like old number 7, standard Woodford, something like basic lineup, any one of those stores would work because nobody cares about those. Jeff says, yeah, I can't say for after me, but there was still a lot of good stuff after me. I saw a lot of people grabbing H. Taylor small batch. I've been seeing H. Taylor all over the place. I have one. I probably need another one. But because of how many bottles I buy so often, it's one of the ones that I'm like, I'm okay with just waiting till I completely run out. But I saw one at a liquor store 2 days ago for $66. And I was like, is that a normal price? Like, because I haven't seen it that low, almost ever. So that's a good sign, though. That means things are lightening up a little bit. I think you picked up the Midwinter's Night Dram. And I think You have Scene 3, I think that's what it was. I have Act 12, Scene 2. And it's okay. I'm not the biggest, like, port finish, though. Like, I don't care for the wine stuff. Not that it's bad. It's one of the better ones, but it's a little weird to me. Jeff says, yeah, I can't. Oh, wait, I read that. He also has a store in Orlando, and his dad has a store in Gville, both right off the interstate. Talking my language. I love stores right off the interstate. It's easy to access when you're just traveling. Those are big hits for me. Isaiah says Walmart has small batch for $45. I've heard it in Walmart, but I've never bought it from Walmart. It just says, yeah, Midwinter's Night Dram and Bomb Burgers. Bomb Burgers. With Midwinter's Night Dram. The Midwinters I got from Total Wine. And then I saw it everywhere. Some of the allocated stuff that was in this drop that you guys have said, like I've seen it at like Publix, Total Wine, not like today, but I've seen it there more recently, and they kind of slowly go away because they're a little bit of the higher price ones. Obviously, I don't know what everything else was, but they just had last year's release instead. I mean, I get it. A lot of people kind of held, what it looks like is a lot of these stores kind of held, if not some, all of their allocated stuff to this year for whatever random drop they wanted to do. Because everything has been like, I mean, this sounds bougie as hell, but the 2024 release of the Russell's 15, 24 release of the 13th Colony. I know it was a lot of the 2024 releases for the other stuff as well that was in the drops, along with the normal Buffalo Trace things. Jeff says, yeah, everything was MSRP-ish. Midwinter's Night Dram was a little more than I wanted to pay. If you like anything wine finish, then it's a good bottle. If you hate wine finishes, then I don't know if you realized it was a port finish. But it's a good bottle if you like wine finishes. Super smooth. North Florida says, yeah, Master Keep will probably keep a little high price, but it will only go up. I was glad I got one, if only once. I mean, I agree with you. I do think like the more it comes off all of the shelves, the more people are gonna be like, shit, should I got one, right? And people are gonna have FOMO, and the secondary is gonna go up a little bit, and so on and so forth. But I remember it was at the, and it still may be at Shores Liquor. There was like a whole case of it out front because nobody wanted to spend the price because I think nobody was talking about it. So I think it just sat for a while, and then it slowly just disappeared. It says, I've had one of the Act 12 bottles and enjoyed it. Well, that's good. So at least that means at least you're gonna like it. I bought it because there was one left. Somebody's eyeballing it, and I was debating. I said, fuck it, let's just buy it. That, and I thought it'd be like a cool bottle to have. And then I drank it a couple times, and it sat on the shelf ever since, unfortunately. I have a lot of whiskey in here, though. I'll have a lot of whiskey. Let me do this. Not zoomed out enough. You can't even see everything, which is the craziest part. I almost set this camera up, the second one, to be like the entire room. It just doesn't look good like that. But Isaiah says, what's everybody sipping on? He also said, don't forget to like the stream. He said, what'd you pay for your Midwinter's Night Dram? I believe it was $172, $175, something like that. It was right around the 170 mark, I think. I also have like a $5 coupon too. I know I had that because they were like, "You want to use your $5 coupon?" I said, "Fuck yeah, I do." But I got mine like a little while ago now. Like, I don't know, September last year, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it hasn't been that long, but October. All right, let's put the still awesome stuff back. I will say, one of my favorite go-to bottles right now, like when I'm not on stream and I'm just like, what do I want to sip on? It's been this 1924. Like a lot of people, when they first came out, they hyped it up, and then they're like, it's not worth the money. I would buy it again, 100%. Bring back the hype. I'm with it. I don't think it's worth too much more. I think it's worth what it's priced at. But people were like, hey, it's not worth that. It's a really well made bottle, but it fits very much with what I would want to drink. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the 1924. Jeff says, okay, I paid $180 today, so I can't be mad. No, you basically got it MSRP, so $180. I mean, maybe I paid $180. I believe it was like $175 though, like in that window. But North Florida says, sipping on some Starlight Toki. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Tojk, blah, 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 cast. The Finish store pick. Delicious. Cashews. Sweet fruit. Chocolate. Nutmeg. Caramel. It does sound good. Those tasting notes very much is up my alley. So I like getting a little like sweet red fruitish is typically what I like prefer if I could get it. And chocolate. I love a milk or dark chocolate. I'm fine with whatever, just as long as it's like a creamy chocolate, not just like this bitter chocolate, right? Whatever else is in there just fancies it up. I'm here for it. That's kind of what the 1924 is like. It has this like really well done milk chocolate, and then some other stuff, but it's dessert feeling. I can't remember, but I'm not going to drink that tonight. Jeff says, I bought 2 of the 1924s. I paid $150 for the second bottle because I compared it to KOK 16, and they are the exact same tasting notes without the proof. Okay. Pretty cool. I mean, it's a really well-made bottle. The only issue is it's above $100. Like, that's the only thing that would kind of push me away, but if I ever got really low, I would pick up another one. I may pick up another one eventually just so I have a backup because I know that's a bottle that I would go to again. Kind of the same thing with this Lucky 7. Like, I almost purposely didn't drink this. I drank it pretty heavily during the winter. But I can't wait to crack it open again. I need to tip this one too. I can't wait to crack this one come football season again. All right, when things start changing back to cold and we can do a campfire again, like that's when you break this bottle out. I'm just hoping it stays good until then. Maybe I'm asking too much, but I'm hoping. Because this was by far my favorite like Christmas feeling bottle. That's what I drank all Christmas. And it's a single barrel. So. West Florida says, next week, Fish Hawk, maybe after I grab a bottle, we can have a tasting at the house bar. I'll let you know. Next week is my kid's birthday. So the Saturday is the beer, barbecue, and bourbon festival. Or bourbon, beer, barbecue. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm talking about. In Jacksonville. I don't know if I'm going to go to that anymore. just because I keep hearing bad things about it. Like last year, apparently it was really bad. But and it was only like a Jacksonville thing. So I don't know if it was like a first year or if it was ran bad. I don't know what the case was. But I just hear it wasn't done properly last year. And so I may not go. Because I'm not here to waste money for nothing. But it would make a cool video. But also we have to get ready for the kid's birthday. Jeff says, and Jack's, yeah, it's, let me look it up. Beer, bourbon, barbecue. Jacksonville, it is the 22nd. But just says, I was going to go to the Tampa one this year, but I didn't have anyone to go with. I heard the Tampa one was bomb. But Jacksonville, I guess, like had like some issues last year with, they did it in July or June or July, something like that. It was way too hot. They didn't have enough shade. I guess things weren't planned out properly at all. I guess like some of the vendors just sucked. So Jeff says, I think Tampa was last weekend. I'm not sure. I was never gonna drive to Tampa because I don't like getting on I-4. Like I refuse to go to Tampa. I'd much rather go from Jacksonville, fly to Tampa, than drive on I-4. So, not that I would actually fly, but that's how much I hate driving to Tampa. Let's see. I'm down to do like one more pour before we hang it up for tonight. But the question is, what do we pour? You know? Jeff says, dang, my local bottle share is the 22nd. I'll have to miss it. Yeah. I'll save the Russells for Friday, right? I feel like that's more of a Friday pour. I don't think that's what you said. Oh, are you saying EH or are you going, eh? No, I don't want to drink the EH. I'm okay. I have a little bit left. I'm going to save that for the blinds in case it does really well. I don't want to run out mid-blinds. Let's do the mid-winners, right? So he just bought it. He has one, so I want to drink it too. I also never drink the mid-winners, so that would be a good change of pace. RMZ says Jack 10. I can't be breaking out the Jack 10 on a Wednesday. A little hump day. Jack 10's good. Don't get me wrong. But it's definitely more of my Friday pour. Just says, fine, I'll crack mine too. Do it. Isaiah says, trying to trick you into buying more. I won't pay secondary for it. But but like when I run out, I would buy one just so I can have it, just like the Eagle Rare. Like I feel like those Eagle Rare, especially E.H. Taylor, again, good replacement bottle. Like I feel like I need one because we talk about them quite often, but I'm not dying to have one, like another one. So I'd have to wait till I found the right price, like that $66, something like that, $65 I saw yesterday or 2 days ago. North Florida said, show off the Russell's 15. Holy smokes, we make our own luck. I mean, you kind of make the luck for us because North Florida kind of like hooked me up with two of the most expensive bottles that I own without even trying. So obviously the quick rundown. live stream, mid-live stream, North Florida goes, hey, bourbon drop tomorrow. I'm going. Hopefully I get something good. I go, where? And he's like, Gainesville, you should go. And I was like, fuck it, let's go. I literally ended the live stream, ate some food, drove to Gainesville, and I was there overnight. So obviously I was there first. That's how I picked up the 13th Colony Double Oak for the 2024 release. When you were there, you got entered into the raffle, right, that they did March 1st, which allowed 3 people to win. One was a tequila, one was Russell's 15, and then one was they had a second bottle of the 13th Colony Double Oak. And I even said, like, if I won the 13th Colony, I was like, I wouldn't even have probably went up and got it. Or if I did, I would have gave it away. Because I don't need 2 of those. Like, they're good. But I'd much rather somebody else have that, right? The Russell's 15, I could, you know what I mean? Like, as soon as I won, I go, I'm not passing that up. So I went up, got this one. Probably, it may be one of the best bottles I've ever had. Like, it's good, for sure. A little pricey, but amazing bottle. So, let's see. As I said, secondary is like 90. Yeah, 65 would have been a buy for me. Getting at 45 means like sleeping in front of the store, lol. I mean, I'm not sleeping in front of the store for E.H. Taylor, but 45 is a pickup. Just says, now he's just flexing on us. No, he said show him. He said show him. I didn't do it. But, just like I said, it's also advertising. Because I said, when we hit 2,500 subscribers, I'm going to give 2 little samples away. I said that before we even have the Russell's 15. So, if you were like, hey, I'm never going to have Russell's 15 or 13th Colony Double Oak for 24, it's a good choice to pick for samples. So, whoever wins, right, they'll get 2 samples. They can pick any 2 bottles off my shelf. So, if they want 2 bottles or 2 samples of Caribou or Benchmark, I mean, to each his own. But most people, I would imagine now, would pick Russell's 15 or 13th Colony or the Woodford's Double Double or something like that, Jack 10. So, by all means, I suggest somebody to pick that. But we're going to do 2 separate giveaways. One for the members, one for the just normal subscribers. When we hit it, then I'll let you guys know how we're going to pick them and what we need to do and stuff like that. Isaiah says, exactly. RMZ says, may I ask what you paid for the midwinners? You may, sir. I paid between $170 and $175 doll hairs. Nicholas Taylor says, I don't know how much of this I can watch. All American alcohol has been pulled off our shelves. Maybe it will cause Canadian producers to step up their game. Well, Nicholas, actually, I love that idea. Because if they can get away from Canadian whiskey and start making some, like, I don't think they can because of the temperature, though, but if they could start making things closer to American whiskey, they maybe start making their own, some serious money that way. Because I'd love to try that. But I feel bad for you. Hopefully you have a stockpile. It's going to be back on the shelves soon. A lot of that's just for show, so don't worry. Businesses, when they start realizing money is involved, they shut up really quick. So alcohol makes the world go round sometimes. But I'll drink one for you, bud. I'm not going to pour it out, but like if I was, like just imagine I'm pouring one out for you, you know? But yeah, RMZ, I paid between $170 and $175. I just don't know exactly because I also had like a $5 off coupon. So if I paid $175, it could have been $180 MSRP because I know Jeff just paid $180 for his. That might make sense, but I believe it was somewhere in between that. Chase said, bro, Chase, what are we doing, bud? No, I don't have any Found North. I feel like Chase comes in, he's like, I've analyzed the shelves. I see you do not have this, but do you have it? I'm just giving you shit. I don't. I feel like I just don't have any whiskey when he comes in. He's like, you don't have anything. I'm like, I have easily over 120 bottles now, but I have nothing that pleases Chase. Chase, if you want to just give me a bourbon hunting list, you just let me know. I'll pick a couple out for you. Nicholas says, thanks, man. Pour it out into your mouth. I mean, I'm not gonna pour it on the floor, but like, I got you. I don't know what has said. Are you powerful? I don't know. Probably not. I'm just a guy on the internet drinking whiskey. So, with great power comes great responsibility. I will say, going back to Jeff here, when I first opened this one, I wasn't like super thrilled with it. I was just kind of like, whatever. But it's definitely opened up a little bit. And like that port portion is still there, but it's not as like, it doesn't feel like I'm drinking like a port wine. The first couple pours I had of it was definitely like I'm sipping on port wine. He's like, yeah, you are. Stop. I wish it had a little bit more proof. So that's where, like, just to keep the conversation flowing, that's why I think I like this one so much as far as like wine finishes. This is a sherry finish from New Rift. This, by the way, is at the Bourbon Barn. So anybody that's like dying to have this, this is at the Bourbon Barn. It was in that video I saw. It is a Kentucky straight malted rye whiskey, finished in sherry barrels. It is barrel proof without chilled filtration. It's 111.5 proof. Obviously, the mash bill is 100% malted rye, but that 111 proof really just makes it sing a little bit. Jay says, "LOL, I swear it's not been my intentional. It's not been intentional." Oh, I know, bro. I love busting balls. But I was, weirdly enough, like, I was thinking about you the other day. And so I saw a post online, and it was like, hey, this store has Peerless Double Oak. And I was like, I'm going to make the drive, and I'm going to go over there. And then I'm going to go live, and Chase is going to be like, you have Double Oak? I'm like, I got it. Right? Plus, I also really want that bottle. But I went to the store, and they didn't have it. And I go, how is it possible that they posted online? I felt like they were scamming me to get me in the store. Haz says, no, it's not. Jeff says, I don't get the port crazy on mine. It's there, but hopefully it'll open up like that. Which act do you have? Do you have 3 or do you have 2? Because I have 2. I'm just curious now. Like, nerd specs, hear me. But yeah, when I first got it, it was very much like port wine with some whiskey. It's opened up a little bit. It's a little bit softer on the wine. It got a little bit sweeter from what I remember. Maybe I'm just crazy. But I definitely like this pour of the Midwinter's Night Dram. Then I liked it when I first opened it. You can see I haven't really drank too much of it. So it's not like I've poured a bunch out or nothing. I just haven't drank it. Your state doesn't carry New Rift? Chase, where are you at again? Kansas? Why don't they carry New Rift? New Rift's kind of heavy right now. Like when New Rift came out, it just exploded, bro. It went everywhere. Not that it was like super hyped up or anything. They just got, you know, distribution everywhere. I said one more pour, but we're gonna these 2. Christian said, "Did you see the Whiskey Land video about the High West Distillery?" I have not. Is it that channel that it's on called Whiskey Land, or is it something else? Mm-hmm. Jeff says, I got 3. Oh, Mississippi. You're right. I knew that. Why does the Mississippi carry New Rift? That's weird. Because it's not like they're too far. It's not like you're in Oregon or something. Hawaii, right? Canada. Yeah, like this sherry, bro, it's just a little bit sweeter, a little bit more like Twizzler vibe to it too. That one kind of burnt my nostril. Ugh. Yeah, bro. If these two weren't a blind, sherry would knock it out. Well, that's for me. That's my palate. Somebody may like the softer side. Somebody may more really prefer port than sherry. But the Midwinters is a blend of straight rye whiskeys, finished in port barrels. This is a 100% malted rye, 6-year age, finished in sherry. Chase says, "Yeah, I don't get it either. That's weird, bro. I don't know." Chase, I will say, you may like if like bourbon's like that bad, like they don't have some of the harder to get ones, or not hard to get ones, but like if your state doesn't have a lot of things, you can look at Seal Box. It's one of the stores that I do shop on semi-frequently. They have New Rift. You can get it on there. So Nicholas says, haha, Canada. He says, which is distillant, fair enough. Hey, I just knew you'd hear, Nick. I just wanted to give you a little, I want to bust your balls a little bit, you know? Just a little bit. Because I don't know if you know, but like, when the Florida Panthers won the Stanley Cup, we beat a Canadian team. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just busting balls. Christian says, yeah, like Whiskey Land is a YouTube channel. They did a pretty cool short documentary on High West, and the Master Blender talks about how they blended Midwinter's Night. I'd love to watch that, but I've not heard about that channel now, so I'll look it up. To be honest, guys, like what's crazy is like people come in here all the time. They're like, have you watched this? Have you seen this YouTuber? I very rarely watch YouTube. Like if I do, I watch something like really stupid because I'm just trying to turn my brain off then. Because my brain is constantly thinking of like business stuff because I have my own photography business. I have a different job. I also do this, which is semi a job, but I'm just kind of drinking whiskey, right? So like it's hard to like turn that part off. So I don't watch a lot of whiskey content because I'm always thinking about my own if I do it. So most of the time I'm watching like something like mind numbing, like Ryan Trahan or like Mr. Beast or something, like just something nothingness. Jeff says, I do enjoy ports a bit. Cockburns is one of my favorite. Okay. Jay says, I haven't had a port finished bourbon that I've liked yet. Too much influence with the port is involved from what I've tried. I've kind of been the same way, Chase. That's why I said this one, like if you can get this bottle in particular, this one's lights out. Like I even had the Midwinters first and I was like, I don't care for it. That was the first kind of couple pours out of it. I've had other port finish, wine finishes, but nothing that really kind of made me go, yeah, I'm okay with drinking. This one I actually really enjoy. And I think the sherry just gives it a little bit lighter, a little bit sweeter vibes to it. It almost feels more like fruit forward than it does wine forward, even though the sherry is kind of bringing that. Or maybe it's the way the bottle looks and it's just a sexy looking bottle. The proof on it being 111 is not bad either. I do think like in things that I don't care for as much, the higher the proof, the better it is for me. Super chat from Tux. Did he just put a deer and an American flag? Is that what he said? I can't see it. Yeah, reindeer, American flag. America. Chase says, Sealbox, no shipping to Mississippi along with most other sites. Chase, I hate to be the first one to tell you this, bud, but I think it's time to move. I think you got to move out. It's basically living in like a third world country over there. You got to come on down to Florida. We got you. Jeff says it's actually the name of the wine brand, by the way. That's funny. Northlore says, damn, Chase, who would think the Rebels would be so restrictive? I know, crazy. Nick says, if I were close to the border into, say, Michigan, What would be a couple bottles you say I should definitely pick up? All right, here we go, boys. Obviously, I don't have to like really go through them, but if you find anything Buffalo Trace, those are always good, right? It just depends on if they're in a price range you're willing to spend. There's a car's alarm going off. Can you hear it? What time is it? 10? You think people are breaking into cars out here? I wish somebody was breaking into mine. It'd be a good old time, I'll tell you that. Anyway, Nicholas, I would say, personally, I like Redwood Empire, right? Especially if you're semi-new. Redwood Empire is a good starting point. A lot of the white labels for lower proof stuff, you want higher proof than Grizzly Beast. Any of the new riff stuff, like you can pick up any of the new riff stuff, they're all pretty good. They're all decently priced. The same thing with like the Still Austin. All of them are good. All of them are really good priced. Let's see. I don't know. I feel like I could tell you like 18 million bottles. All of them. Pick all of them up. But if I had to just pick up a few, Woodford's Double Oak. Good price, $55. Should be easy to find. Regular New Rift. You find a single barrel, even better. I see Chris saying Ben Holiday. Ben Holiday is a great pickup. Any of the Still Austins, great pickup. Obviously, any Buffalo Trace stuff, pretty decent, right? Don't spend too much though. Norflor says Jack's. They break into cars at 10 a.m. They're breaking into cars all day, but not mine. RMZ says, I don't know if I'm looking at whiskey and find the bottle name Cookburns, if I'm picking it up or not. I don't know, bro. I don't know if I can. Oh, Tuck said donation. Donation. Oh, that's funny. I wish I picked it up when you did that, though. That was clever. Jeff says, I'm going to head out. Nice chatting with y'all. Jeff, have a good night, bud. Get some rest. I know you're going to need it after that long bourbon drop, but appreciate you stopping by. Northflore says, Michigan, look for Evernorth. Look for Evernorth. Nicholas says, yep. Okay, yeah. There's a good plethora for you. You know, if one were to cross the border and maybe check into some whiskey, I mean, you may find some there. Boys, if you're just now popping in, welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday. Make sure to drop a little like. If you haven't already, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, what are we doing? You know what I mean? I'm out here grinding for you boys. I'm out here having. The whiskey's for me, but the content's for you. Cheers. Again, if you're new as well, we go live every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Anything else is just extra. I like to have some fun. Tonight, obviously, I popped in. I wanted to talk about the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. I want to see who is going. What's your thoughts? Did you like the price of the tickets? They go on sale soon, so I wanted to kind of get everybody's gauge of what they're doing this year. Obviously, I feel like it's a must for me to go, right? Content-wise, channel-wise, I think it would be a good time. Also be a good chance to kind of meet a lot of you guys if you do go, right? I'll be walking around, kind of chatting with people. So if you're there, make sure you stop and yell at me. If you're not there, then maybe tune into the live because I know we're going to go live while we're there. Because why wouldn't we? You know? So, but what time is it? 10:26? We got a couple more minutes. We'll wind her down. But if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. If you don't, make sure you tune in Friday. I just need to get a little nose note of this Russell's though. Yeah, bro. It's like crack. You know what I mean? It's so good. Anyways, let's put these up. The Heaven Hill Granite Glass too is also like a money rye, but I have seen the normal, just regular bourbon from the Granite Glass and the rye kind of almost everywhere. The wheated is, you can't find the wheated anywhere for the Granite Glass. Noah Flores says the stream is paying off. Keep building the community. Doing a good job, I guess. Hey, I appreciate it. I guess. No, it's fun. It's been a good time, right? We're slowly kind of working our way. Growing the channel, growing the family. So I can't complain. This is all a good time to me, right? Well, when I started out, I just wanted to have fun drinking whiskey, and I just wanted more people to kind of hang out while I did it. Plus, I've always made content, done YouTube, so like, why not just merge the two things? But, at the end of the day, I like to have fun with it. So if we can make a little money while we do it, whether if it's from, AdSense or sponsors in the future, then by all means. So Shay says, man, I got to put some shelves up. If you're talking about my shelves, these shelves are barely up. I did build this wall, all this stuff behind me, myself. My two hands. It's acoustic wood paneling, and then I put the shelves up, shelves from IKEA, and then I put up all the lights. What's funny is like I envisioned what it was, and it worked out perfectly as far as the lighting and all that kind of stuff goes. The only thing I wish is it was a little bit more lit up, but I know I'm just being lazy because I need to buy one more big light, but they're expensive. So eventually. North Florida said, Shay's running out of room here. Building shelves soon to be continued. You know what's funny? Like, when I started this, I was like, I didn't have these bottom shelves. And I placed them wrong. That's on me. Because I used to do my stuff standing. So I was like, why wouldn't I just keep them above? Because I was like, I'm never going to fill up 6 shelves. Not only have I filled up the 6 shelves, but I also have bottles over here on this like weird table, and then I have a whole bookshelf that is also full. So I'm running out of space on all of this stuff. But I think I'm gonna end up like giving away some of the bottles that I don't drink. Not necessarily to you guys. I don't think you guys want that stuff. But give them away to somebody that will drink them. Oh, my bottom camera died. That's funny. What are the odds? All right. Ah, damn it. Let me do this. That does not look good. We're not going to do that. We're just going to change the battery real quick. Oh, Lordy. Couldn't get the battery out. Let's see. Let's see. Chase says those lights are sick. Amazon? Yes and no. So the two like up and down ones, those are just like kind of cheap semi LED lights. Like, I don't know what they're called. They're just kind of like rope lights, but they go from roof to the floor. I just wanted them to kind of center me up. I love leading lines, so those lights kind of like center me up. The lights on the shelf, those are Govies. If you know what Govie lights are, they're a little bit more intuitive. Like, just like get bougie on you guys for a second. They do a little bit more. So obviously, I normally have them hooked up to the stream. I normally am able to do different things with them, right? But like I can change them mid-stream if I wanted to. You know what I mean? I can just change whatever colors that I'm feeling that day. Like if I was doing the sherry finish, obviously I'm going red, right? It just fits the vibe, right? But when I'm just kind of in the middle, just talking about whatever, I just do little bright white lights, and it just kind of lights the room up pretty well. So Isaiah says next time I'm over there, let's just finish all the bottles together. How many bottles are you trying to smash, bro? Like, I have a bunch. Nicholas says, send it my way. I don't think because shipping whiskey without a liquor license, one, is illegal. All right, it's frowned upon, let's say. Shipping as much as I am going to like kind of take off of my shelves, one, it's not going to be good whiskey. Right? It's all the whiskey that I don't really care about. Like the Caribou Crossing, don't want that. The, what do you want to call it? The Whistle Pig Piggyback, the Alfa Romeo F1 that I always talk about, #1 hated bottle. I don't want that. People probably hate me, but I don't care for the early times. I think I might have a bad bottle though, if I had to guess. I'll probably give away like, I don't know, not the old Granddad 114, of course, but like the bonded one. I just don't think I'm ever gonna get to it. My Kirkland's bottle in bond, I'm never gonna drink that. My 1792 small batch, never gonna drink that. My open Travelers, I'm never gonna drink that. I have another Travelers too, just for funsies. It's a signed one, but that's the only reason I'm keeping it. So like some of that kind of stuff, I can open up some spaces. So Northfloor says, too close for comfort, in my opinion. Haven't drank enough for that. Yikes, LOL. That's funny. Tuck says, I'll send people some samples of Fireball. I mean, Tux, you're for the people. I think they really need the samples of Fireball because they've never tried it, except for every person that's ever turned 21. You know what I mean? Personally, I don't care to ever drink Fireball again. I'm good. You know, I could do without. Basically, is what I'm saying. Let's do this. I'm chilling right now. I'm not too mad, but I'm gonna pour this up because I said I didn't care for it earlier, and I'm just gonna give it a little shot. Since Tux is out here giving samples away, it's a cool looking bottle too. Oh, that's the one thing that I do love about Penelope. Even if I don't like it, sick looking bottle. You know. Nicholas says, you know, most of those you don't enjoy are great for people that come over that you don't like or like to just dummy your stuff. You know, Nicholas? 100% agree. But I don't have a lot of people come over here. I'm a pretty busy person. And anybody that I would have come over, I probably would give my good stuff. Now, if they're watching, they wanted it. They like that kind of stuff. So the wife's dad came over the other day and goes, man, I want a drink. And I was like, I just woke up too. I'm like, okay, what do you want? I got a bunch. And he goes, I don't know. And I go, well, pick anything. Like, you want some Russell's 15? Like, what do you want? And he goes, well, I like Crown. And I said, okay, I don't have Crown, but I got Caribou Crossing, which is Canadian whiskey. So you want that? Bro, he loved it. He loved it. And I go, good. I'm glad you liked it. I didn't like it. I even said I didn't like it to him. I'm like, I don't care for this bottle at all. It's a fancy looking bottle. I love that it will be a really cool decanter one day. But up until then, it's just got weird shit inside there that I don't care to drink. Tuck says, this is the 2025 Fireball limited release. I get it. Hard to get stuff, bro. I'm not knocking you. Northfloor said, Penelope has simple yet sleek bottles. A little goes a long way sometimes. Ironically, very similar to Eagle Rare bottle. You know what's funny? If you look at my shelves, what bottles do I like the most? I love these like taller, skinnier bottles. It just feels better than pouring it. Like, I'm going to pull over 13's Colony for a second. Not that I don't also like this bottle. But like when you're looking at a bottle, if you had no idea what was inside of it, you couldn't see the color, and you're just like, what bottle? What glass do I want? Yeah, I want this. You know what I mean? It feels like you're getting a lot more. It feels more normal. This is also a pain in the ass to pour. You know what I mean? Like I always spill it. I don't spill a lot of it, but I like the Still Austin bottles too. But Redwood Empire, it's like the same bottle, just slightly different. Same thing for New Rift. New Rift has a very similar bottle. Again, slightly different, but they black theirs out, so it kind of like gives it a a different vibe, and I think that, I don't know, I just like them. Let's see. Isaiah says, I love the Borax. I can't see it. Bottle. I don't even know what that is. So Chris says, the people who like and enjoy Amberana directly correlates to people who grew up on Fireball, in my opinion. I don't even remember the last Amberana finish I've had. I remember drinking Fireball when I was 21, and I never really cared for it, but it was always the cheapest thing. If you guys want to hear it, it's when I turned 21, I went to the bar for the first time, and I made really good money back then. So I was like, oh, I can order anything. I was like shook. I go, I'm gonna order everything. And Fireball was really cheap, and everybody kept buying me Fireball shots. I probably had 15 Fireball shots in a matter of 30 minutes at one bar, because everybody kept buying me shots. On the last one, I realized, like, oh, I messed up. Like, I gotta go. I'm see you guys. I'm gonna leave you guys forever. I walked outside, puked, passed out on a patio table, and my buddy came and got me. I haven't drank Fireball since, willingly. Chase says, wine style bottle sealed, classy and timeless. Okay. Missed $1 million words, not $1 million words. How do you word it? Whatever. You get where I was going with it. I like the description. Norfolk says, Chris, I think you're onto something here. It probably is. Isaiah says, that is the funniest thing I've heard in my life. It's pronounced Bordeaux. Whatever, bro. I'm on like my mini screen today. I can't see nothing. It says it's a type of wine. Oh, wine. Yeah, okay, I know what that is. It's a region of France. I got you now. I didn't know what you were trying to say, and I can barely read it, so I thought you were telling me some like weird bourbon that I've never seen. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what that is. So this one has a little bit more punch to it than I remember. It's only 95 proof. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Hold on. My dyslexic ass. Hold on. Okay, so this is a type of wine as well. Vino di Narja. Bro, I can't fucking read. Oh, like an orange wine. Vibrant orange notes. That's what's in this. Isaiah's such a nerd. Yeah, who the fuck can read? Kidding. It's the best shape of the bottle Penelope uses. Oh, I mean, I like the bottle. It's good. But Penelope, what they have going for them is it's simple. It's an approachable name, right? They also keep like their stuff towards the bottom. Eye goes to the top, draws to the bottom. They get a look at the whole bottle, right? But they use color coatings along with fancy, like sexy-ish names, right? Architect, industrial, right? Toasted. I get it. That's not fancy, but, or the weeded. But Valencia, Rio, Havana, like they're all like, they're not like, this is just cask strength number 2, you know? Isaiah says, I like being a community nerd. Hey, nothing's wrong with that. I think everybody's had like an experience with some type of whiskey, right? Where it was like a bad one. If you guys have TikTok, if you don't follow me on TikTok over there, I'm not like super like active on TikTok, but there's one video. I did the Crown Royal video, the Blackberry, and I was just, hey, like, let's market this. Let's see how big can get. That video has over 2.4 million views on it, but the comments is what's hilarious. people talk about how sick they got on Crown Royal and how they'll never drink it again. And you have people arguing with them saying, no, it's all I drink. It's all I've ever drank. You know, their Crown Royal has this weird fan base that are super diehard. So it was a fun time watching those comments roll in. So that was almost a year ago now, if not over a year ago. Norflor says Goldslager was our cinnamon. I actually remember when Goldslager was like the popular thing. RMZ says, good night, everyone. I will see you Friday night. RMZ, I will see you then. Have a good rest of your work week. Stay safe, and we'll see you Friday. Hopefully you're on time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. My taste is not too sophisticated. Chase says, Penelope American Light Whiskey is their best product. Can't ever find that either. That you can't find that one almost anywhere. That one was a little bit more limited. Plus, anything with like a serious age statement is always hard to get. 15 years is, I mean, you gotta think about it. Like, if you're 30, that bottle was being produced when you were 15, you know? Or if you were 15, that was when you were born. So, hopefully you're not 15 watching this, but you know what I mean. Like if you're 21, that was being produced when you were 6. So it costs a little bit more money. There's less of it. Harder to get. They also came out with the 17 year too. We had beer distribution center full of Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it for the stream. We kind of ran its course. We talked about the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. Went to St. Augustine my 11th grade year with $25. Hold on, I want to check the poll real quick before we go. I want to check the poll. I don't know how to check the poll. Let's see. All right. So Kentucky Bourbon Festival. 45%. There's 31 votes, by the way. 45% said no way, they're not going. 6% said hell yes, they're going. 48% said they still undecided. Crazy. I mean, good on them, right, for making that decision. But basically, half you guys haven't decided if you're going yet. The other half said you can't go, right? And there's a couple that said, hey, I'm already going. So hopefully the ones that are going, stop. If you see me, stop, say hello. We'll chat it up. We'll have some drinks. We'll get tore up from the floor up. Hopefully not. Hopefully just get nice, good buzzes and we survive the whole day. But yeah, I plan on going unless something crazy happens. Tickets go on sale in April. So hopefully the tickets don't sell out. Because last year, by the time I even found out that I was like, ooh, let's go, the tickets sold out. And I was like, well, shit. Christian said, I wish I could afford it. Depends on what you mean afford it. Because we went over this earlier. The tickets, you can get a 3-day ticket for $190 per person. So that's basically $200 for you to go. But then you got to think about hotel, you got to think about gas, you know, food, stuff like that. I get it. It adds up. And you're also talking about like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You probably got to take off work Friday, Monday, stuff like that. You know, it's like a week. It's like a week event. So it's definitely pricey. That's where I'm like, like I know I really want to go, but it's definitely a lot more undertaking than most people think. Hence why I even did this live, to kind of just ask you guys questions on what your thoughts were on it. I know for me, I won't be staying in Bardstown. I'll be staying like somewhere else. I'll stay outside of it and I'll drive in and out every day because the hotel prices are ridiculous. I'll probably try to get like an Airbnb somewhere, you know, in the middle of nowhere. Norfolk says our parents paid the bill and charges were dropped. Turned out looked like, oh. It's like we were popular at the beach that week though. That's legendary stuff though. You know, those are things that like are, I'm not gonna say worth it. So if somebody's young watching, like don't go do dumb shit. But at the same time, kind of fun. I can't afford the ticket. I can afford the ticket. It's the travel that makes it tough since I'm in New Jersey. You know what, Christian? I was ending the stream, but you're sucking me back in because now I'm about to nerd out on you. Let's do New Jersey to God damn. It's about the same amount of driving for you as it is for me. It's about 11 hours and 55 minutes, depending on where you're at in New Jersey, of course. But, you know, that's a hell of a drive still. It's about the same for me, but a little bit easier. I'm going to drive up, you know, through Florida, then Georgia, and then I'm there. You know, I cut through a couple states. But it's about 11, 12 hours, depending on stops. Chris tipped $5, says, sad the stream is ending because I was late. I can't read that from there. Says, was T-Jat 15 this year's? How was it? I may have a stroke or I really can't read. I think he's trying to say, was Russell's 15 this year's? How was it? The Russell's 15 that I have, we opened up a last stream, I think. Oh, that was the Russell's 15, bro. Hey, so I'll bring it up here in a second. So we're gonna do. I'm still debating on how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do like the bourbon madness for like March Madness, and we're gonna blind, you know, bourbon stuff like that. But I keep seeing people do like 16 bottles, stuff like that. There's no pussies in the Hall of Fame, right? We're gonna do. Let me do this. Here's our bracket. Oh no, I have to refresh it. We're going to do all 64 bottles, which means there's going to be 100 blinds in the entire thing. Russell's 15 is who I expect to win the whole thing, right? That's just based off that initial first impressions. I expect to win. I appreciate the super chat, by the way. Just want to make sure I said thank you. But I fully expect this bottle to win. It is incredible. Like I get like it gets hyped up, right? But it's also a big name. It's a large age statement. So you kind of like think, all right, is it worth it? Is it not? It has like this note on it that is so good, right? It kind of reminds me of like either like cherry or like a fruit punch fruit roll up, right? It's like really like sweet on the nose. Like as far as the fruit note goes, it really stands out, but then it still has a lot of complexity to it. And I think that's the age. One of my major complaints with Russell's is that it's usually really thin. This is a ton of viscosity on it, nice and thick. So if you ever came across it for like MSRP, which is $250, yeah, it's a buy. A lot of people had it as bourbon of the year last year. This is obviously the 2024 limited release, 117.2 proof. It is nuts. Jesus Christ, Chris. 199, Chris. Appreciate it. He says, you said bourbon bracket. That deserved a donation for that. Can't wait to see that. So one thing that I'm going to put a poll out on YouTube, and I want everybody else to decide because there's one big issue that I see with it. One of two things. Either one, I turn it into a bunch of shorts. I don't necessarily want to do that. I feel like that's going to lead to some issues. Or two, I make it 4 longer version videos. right? Where I do like each conference and then maybe we do the final four live or something. Or we go fucking nuts, right? And the nuts part, did I say $199 again? I said $9.99 from Chris. I'm pulling it over just in case. Guys, I'm dyslexic. My bad. I'm in the kind of middle of me talking. Isaiah says, I think you do shorts and some videos, then do a compilation of everything for a super long video, and then you do some blinds on the stream. So I get what you're saying, but technically it's not possible for the way I film for me to do all the above, right? Because if I do a short, I'm flipping all the cameras and everything's done properly. So I can't do that same clip long ways. I could, but then it looks like shit, right? That's just the easiest way to put that. Tuck says, "Nah, fam. I already reviewed the footage, bro. Stop messing with me. Then I'm dialed in. I think I thought I had it, but I'm also thinking about just going nuts with it, and maybe not on a Friday, because I don't think I can do it all through that same night. You know what I mean? I think I need more time than just like 9, 10, 11, 12, like 3 hours. Like there's no way I go to 2 a.m. You know, I mean, I could. I don't think the wife could because she's got to blind them. So I think maybe we do a Saturday or a Sunday and we just do like a really long midday stream and we do all 100 blinds back to back, right? Do the entire first round, second round, you know, final round, all the way, all of them in one live stream. That would do two things. One, pretty fun live stream. Two, nobody could ever say I cheated because you'll be able to see everything I'm doing live. You know what I mean? Like if I was looking or I was cheating in some way, you would be able to see it. But I would also have to make sure that the wife could watch it. The only downside of doing that is 100 blinds, where I'd be lit up, you know. But that's where I also was thinking it can't be a Friday. I need a longer window or a longer live stream because there would be some like in between stuff, right? I'll be drinking some water, you know, talking with you guys for a little bit. But I also wouldn't be able to talk to you guys during like whatever quarter because I don't want anybody to sneak the stuff in. So Christian says, heading to bed, got to be up at 5 a.m. See you guys on the next one. Christian, I will see you Friday. Appreciate you stopping by. Get some rest because you got like just a couple more hours to get to wake up, bud. Jay says, I go, but I got a guy's trip already planned. I had depleted my brownie points with the wife. Chase, if it's a guy's weekend for that same weekend, by the way, disappointed. If it's a different weekend, I get it. But just tell the wife, like, hey, there's a pretty cool YouTuber guy. He said to go. Bring her with you. It'd be a good time. Make her like whiskey. I don't know. North Florida says later. And Chris says later, brother. Isaiah says, that's insane, bro. It's going to be tough for you to tell you're even drinking bourbon at that point. If you do that, I might have to be there. I mean, what's up? But that's my point. Is like there's nobody that's ever done that. I haven't seen a single YouTuber do 64 bottles in the bracket before. I've never seen them do it all in one video. I've never seen them do it live. And I think even if we started off the string pretty slow, when we got towards the end, or even the end of the 64, people are tuning in because they want to see that shit. I would want to watch that. That's something that I would be like, I got to watch it. I got to see how this ends. And that's what I'm saying. We don't like rush it. We don't just start slamming because that's 100 different blinds, you know? But I also think, one, that means you know what my palate is that day. There's no way to like readjust or like cheat or do anything like that, you know? It keeps it pretty fair. But it's super tough on me and the wife, really. Josh Young in the chat. Josh, welcome to the stream, baby. Welcome back. It's been a while, but glad to see you here. Northfloor says, Isaiah, we will need a second opinion. Isaiah says, that's what I'm saying. It would definitely be entertaining, and I would definitely need a front row seat. The other part of that too is I've checked out the other people that has done that video. Nobody's searching for March Madness bourbon brackets. It's not a searchable term, and that's how those long form videos get views or watch, is from searches, right? So I don't think it would do well like that. So that's why I said it's got to be shorts if I was going to do it like that, or a live stream. Jesus Christ, Chris, you got to stop. I appreciate it, bud. $4.99 from Chris says, Bruzel picked a Russell's single Rick House Camp Nelson over a Russell's 15. Do you think that was a mistake? MSRP is close on both. Do I think that's a mistake? I mean, that's his pick, right? And to each his own. But I'll put it like this. You guys know how much I love Woodfords, right? You know how much I love the double oak. You know how much I love the double oak. This is like, I would dump out my double oak to have this. I mean, that's how good this Russell's 15 is. Like, this is the bottle, right? I love the 13th Colony too, don't get me wrong. Like, that's another like fancy bottle I have. Now, granted, it's going to be in a blind, so let's blind them up first for you to kind of see where it falls. Just to give you an idea, let me pull it up, and I don't think it will load for me to show it, but I'll kind of read it off. The Russell's 15 is going to go up against the Jack Daniel's Triple Mash, then the winner of the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye or the New Rift 8-Year Rye. It has a chance to go up against like the Stag or the Weller and things like that, all in its own little bracket, right? But I imagine like eventually this bottle is going to kind of meet in the middle. If I had to guess, it may. I mean, that's what I like blind so much for, is you never know what's going to happen. And that first pick, I put it up against the Jack Daniel's Triple Mash, mainly because you guys helped me do the picks, but also one of the notes I love the most out of this is that fruit note, that fruit roll-up feeling. That's like my favorite part of it. The Jack Daniel's Triple Mash is very like berry forward, so it may confuse me, and it may kind of help one bottle take over the other one. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. So it'll be interesting to see what I do in the blind. But if, like, from looking at the bottle, honestly, I'm picking the 15. The 15 would be my go-to pick if I had a choice on anything right now. But I want to kind of savor this bottle. Fuck it, bro. I need to. Do I have a clean Glen? No. All right, we're saving it until Friday. Sorry. Trying to start donation wave for you, brother. I appreciate it. I mean, we're about to end it though. I've been trying to stay. Tuxedo says $1.99. Super chat says wave. Hey, we swag, we surfing, we swag, we surf. North says, yeah, I see 4 videos for the opening round East, West, North, South brackets. I've seen those. They're kind of hard to watch for me, right? They don't feel entertaining. Not that I don't feel like mine might be a little slightly more entertaining. Maybe I'm biased, whatever. No knock to them by any means. But what I mean is, like, what do I feel is the best way to get the best results? It's not just from like a view standpoint, but also the bottle standpoint. Because if I go drink however many blinds, that may how my palate's feeling that day. What if the next day it's just a little off, and somehow Evan Williams' Bottle and Bond beats out 13th Colony and Woodford's Double. Those are just, I just randomly picked those bottles, but like, that's not logical. It could happen, but it's not logical for me. So that's where, like, if we do it all on the same day, at least it's the same palate. It may get acclimated a little bit, you know, after the first round or mid first round, but I think that's part of the fun. So I wouldn't be picking the order of which matchup came in where. I would let the wife kind of just, oh, that one. Grab these 2 bottles, blind it up. I probably would do something like put a blindfold on, dip my head down, do whatever. Maybe I have a little box here so you can see which bottles it is. But I wouldn't be able to see it. My computer would not be on my desk for whenever we're doing blinds. That'd just be me, you, and the camera. But I wouldn't be able to see comments that way. I probably would have it over here so she could read them off to me. But the only issue with doing that route is she would have to be in here for a while, which isn't something that she'd be used to. North Florida says triple mash beats Russell 15. You may have the upset of the century. That's what I mean. But I put those two together because I really like the Jack Daniel's triple mash. I really like the Russell's 15. And if there was one to beat it, the flavor note wise, I think it would be that triple mash. Not that I actually think it's better, but if you were to try and confuse me and say, hey, which one's really better? That would be a good stand-up test. And that's why I like blind so much, because what if the only reason I liked it was because it's that bottle and it's hyped up and stuff like that? You never know. I don't even I can't control that. It's just what's in your head. Now, I do think the notes stand out pretty well. The age on it alone pushes it. Like, the flavors are more depth. But let's do the blind. Let's figure it out. North Florida says if you can do it, sure, that would be epic. It would be. It'd be really cool. Chris says, can I ask one more question before you go? Which are you taking, E.H. Taylor, barrel proof, or Stag? Stag. Oh, barrel proof? Yeah, no, I'm still taking Stag. So I like E.H. Taylor. Don't get me wrong. But I would pick Eagle Rare over E.H. Taylor. If I get to make the choice. And as much as I like Eagle Rare, I'm still taking Stag. Stag's probably my favorite Buffalo Trace product right now. It's just good. It just kind of makes me sound kind of proof snobby, but that extra proof really does bring in a lot more flavor, a little bit more heat. It just makes the Buffalo Trace line that's already kind of on the sweeter side a little bit more spicier, which I think brings a better balance. That's why I say Stag. Isaiah says, I'd help you out. North Florida says, don't just spit out the Russell's 15. Oh my God, could you imagine? This is garbage. Gordon Ramsay style. Oh my God, I'd get canceled. Juan says, Chris, E.H. Taylor, barrel proof. I mean, to each his own. Juan, what's up, fellas? Everyone drinking tonight? Juan, welcome to the stream, baby. We're doing a little impromptu live stream on this hump day, a little Wednesday action, just for funsies. We were talking about Kentucky Bourbon Festival earlier, who's going, who's not, all that kind of jazz. Drinking a couple random pours. Nothing too crazy tonight, though. Everybody's saying barrel proof. I mean, sure. That's everybody's preference. I don't know. To me, the Stag is just, it was one of my favorite ones. So, yeah, maybe that's why I like it, because I'm really big on the cherry notes. Probably one of my favorite parts of it. It just fits. It hits the sweetness level for me. It feels like, all right, the cherry note's good. It still has that vanilla caramel vibe to it, like all Buffalo Trace stuff. But it brings in that heat and spice. For me, that's just why I like it better. But I'm sure you can't go wrong with either one of them. So, by all means. Isaiah said that's literally what I got from the pick with you, that barrel proof. I'm not saying you picked a bad one. Also, nobody knew there was Stag there, but I mean, to each his own. I'm glad you got it. They're both good bottles. I'm just saying what I prefer. North Florida says, I've been drinking since 3 p.m., so I'm winding down here. Isaiah says, just picked up Stag for $65. Dang. Hey, Isaiah, I got to pull it over, but it's a roast on you. He says, remember, passed on the Russell's 15 for that barrel proof? No shame. I would take one. He did pass on the Russell's 15. I do got to say, now that I have one, because I didn't say it before, I was like, hey, whatever. This, way better than E.H. Taylor barrel proof. For sure. But it's also double the price, so you got to take that into account. Full Metal Chad says, what's your thoughts on Jameson or Proper 12? Chris says, $4.99. Are Stag and Stag Junior the same thing? There's no such thing as Stag Junior anymore, but yes, technically they just dropped the Junior and now it's just Stag. So kinda, but also kind of not. But Full Metal Chad. So thoughts on Jameson or proper? They're both okay, right? I mean, don't hate me for saying this, but if I had to choose, I'm not drinking either one of those on a normal day. The only time I'm drinking that is St. Patrick's Day or when a McGregor fight's on. And when a McGregor fight's on, we're drinking proper 12. We're full blown douchebagging it up. We're grabbing out the Irish flags because I am also partly Irish. That's not why we have the flags though. McGregor's on, we start acting like a douchebag. That's what happens. You know, just being honest here. And yeah, it's just from there. It's just on like Donkey Kong. But there is the Jameson 18 year that my buddy really enjoys. So I think we're going to pick that up soon whenever he does come on stream. Who knows when that's going to be, but that's something that he wants to get and he wants to bring on here and have me try with him. So soon. Jose says, yeah, I think I slowly let the regrets sit in. I don't think you should have regrets, but I do think, I mean, you'd have to spend like double the money. It's not like you knew. You went with something that was a safe bet too, because what if you got it and you hated it? You know what I mean? That would suck. To drive all that way, wait overnight to get a bottle that you weren't sure on. Now, I do think, hey, that's fucking extremely good bottle, so you should got it. One day you'll get a sample of it, and then regret can really set in. He's like, but I didn't know at the time, so I'm still happy with it. I agree. But if I get an opportunity again, I'm grabbing that Russell's 15. All the reviews, everyone say it's amazing. It is. Tuxedo 199 says, already time to start shutting her down. We will. I'm going to get through the comments and we'll close her down. Most Florida says, I passed on a Stag for H. Taylor single barrel. I love the look of the bottle though. Stag is what I'm looking for, hoping to get one from Winn-Dixie. Should get one soon. I didn't even know the Stag was there at the main drop. A Stag over single barrel all day. But I didn't even see him. But again, to each his own. Everybody buy what they want. You know, I'm just talking out the side of my neck here, apparently. One says, the one H. Taylor barrel proof I have, I think is better than my Stag I've already tried. Although I did a blind Stag 23C, came out on top over the other Stag and the H. Taylor barrel proof. See? And the one I have is 24C. So, not the 23, but close enough. Chad says, that's fair. I'm grabbing the proper if Connor ever fights again. Me too. I just don't think he's ever going to fight again. North Florida says, proper 12. Let us know how it is. It's okay at best. Like we're not talking about great whiskey. We're talking about Irish whiskey. But like if you're feeling festive, like it's not horrible. Yeah, Chris, same bottle, same juice. They just dropped the Junior. They just took the Junior off and just call it Stag now. I don't know why. I don't remember what the reasoning was. I just know they just dropped it for fun. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, showing support. Chris, Tuxedo, always with the super chats. As always, appreciate it. Much love. But we do have to turn her down because I got to go to work in a few hours, basically. So we were going to shut her down for tonight, but we will be live Friday, 9 p.m. We're going to hang out. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we're going to figure it out. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe, do all that jazz, and I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, on the other side. Peace.